Yeah, hi, hello, and welcome, yeah. So today I'm trying, a rant as usual, but a little more peaceful than my last couple, because, I speak on things peacefully and all that typically, but for this game being Minecraft, and that'll be the topic we speak on in today's video, like my tone and the thoughts I'll be speaking on the game, like that's what I mean by peaceful. Like I just want to keep everything to a lower tone and just speak about the game and like my peaceful view. Like I honestly have no ill feelings on this game, so honestly there's no reason to get too hype about anything. Just sharing my honest and true feelings about the game of Minecraft. But yeah, so to not drag like I usually do and get busy right away, I just want to start with like, the beginning and my origins with this game. And by doing this, I'll be sharing like some insight and, so the reasons for why I play the game a certain way, even up to, the big 2025. And because this game's been out for like 12 years, so I've always played it the same way, but I'm doing the drag thing, so let me go ahead and get on to what I want to say. So I didn't start playing a release or anything like that because the game did come out in 2013. But with getting a PS3 as a kid, and I think this was around 2015, 2016 when I started playing. But also being gifted, my first copy of Minecraft, I started my long jog with this game. So honestly, I made like a lot of worlds on my PS3 and probably the most I've ever made on a console of the three that I've had. But that version, low key, like a lot of them were just creative worlds with no meaning to them. But a few of them did, like, show some of my signs of wanting to build or, like, having my own style to builds. I used to build a lot of cities and, forests with watchtowers. And, moving on to the PS4 and using that idea that I had used in the creative worlds once, I made like my very first survival world. And I remember my house being, just a typical rectangle or, square, but this one was a rectangular house. It was like 2 stories. It was just made out of wood, and, I had wind glass on the top. I remember grinding a lot of materials to build it, and I had over time made a makeshift forest around myself by making a lot of these. I didn't make anything else really, but the trees just became like a decoration idea. And like honestly, I made pathways through it. And for the time, this was back in 2017, 2018. So like by today's standards with Minecraft builds and just typical houses in general, it would probably look really trash. But honestly, that's one of the things or one of the sub reasons why I love this game so much. You can enjoy the game and have a lot of fun playing it, and you could be an ugly builder or just you play in an ugly way, I'll say, like, because there's some people who like play in like a very just disorganized way. And honestly, you could play this game in any sort of way, build however you want, and still be able to have fun. And honestly, I just love that about this game. But I just wanted to start with that yap sesh because it shows that I've always had an imagination on this game for real. And even going as far back as 2016, I was using my ideas to build pretty decent projects and but still enjoying the game despite the growth in my building skills and whatnot over the years. But let's go ahead and get into some more stuff about this game. Okay, so where to start after this intro? Well, off the one example I did just share, Minecraft allows for, so much more creativity and freedom. Like, you can explore and travel as much as someone like me or so many others like me do, and you can end up, loving it. But like with the amount of biomes in this game, and it's honestly kind of hard to find and see all of them, but I do wish to do so. And finally, here in my forever world, I'm gonna, low key try to find all of them and not necessarily make a base in all of them, but try to leave some kind of trade, some kind of marker for it. And that's just something I like to do in my worlds. But I'm gonna bring it into this one. But as for the creativity side and how I relate it towards building more than anything in the game, like I honestly love the fact that I can create literally anything. Japanese themed villages, medieval castles and walls, and even like pyramids. I've built one of those in one of my worlds before. So with my own personal treasures in them as well, like oh, and like to get off a little off topic, I do have a treasure that I like to put into my worlds called the Tower of Pimps, and honestly, this is like one of the things I love to do in this game because like it's my trademark. It's my like it's my way of like including a part of me in every world, and it's just a block of obsidian with 4 blocks of gold on top of it. But like I said, it's my tradition, and I pick it up from this one YouTube channel that I had like started watching when I was a lot younger. And I know earlier in the video, I think I said the game Minecraft dropped in 2013, but I believe it was like 2010 or something like that. I don't know the exact date, but I've been watching these guys since like the very beginning. They played on Xbox, and their name is Rooster Teeth. They're like a collective YouTube channel. But on their side channel called Achievement Hunters, they did a Let's Play, and I forgot what episode exactly first included the Tower of Pimps, but that's where I got it from. And honestly, like I ever since I watched that and it was my first Let's Play series, like I just fell in love with the tradition, and they would like use it as like a prize to give to the winners of like said challenges in those videos that they did. But yeah, to get back to my topic, I will try to explore some new themes and you know add them to my forever world in a reasonable manner, of course, because not too much, but I want to add a few different ones to diversify the world a bit. Okay, so I'd say like with this next piece, it's kind of niche, but the add-ons and texture packs and all those sorts allow you to make your world even more unique, But there's a nice bit of add-ons that function really well here on console, and they make the game more like immersive, which to me is just so nice to have on console. But I say that because I do hope to start using actual mods on a PC one day. But once I have enough saved to build one, which I'm on the process of, getting. But with how much I love Minecraft on console, I just know I'm gonna like enjoy the PC experience even more and find more ways to immerse myself into the game with the said PC and add-ons and not add-ons, but mods for the PCs and texture packs like shaders and all that stuff. I look so forward to because like the graphics of a game heavily dictate how much I enjoy it. And before I go into the next section, I will speak on the vibrant visuals, and I'll probably have an update, or not an update, but a video on that soon. But it's Loki looking really good, and I can't wait to start playing on this world with it. And with my new texture pack that I'm using in this world currently, it should work. Both of them should be compatible together, and whichever one looks better after the update comes out, I'll stick to. But I'm dragging. Let me go ahead and get on to the next part. To throw in one last reason for why I love this game is honestly the sounds of the game. And like there are so many examples I could use for the sounds because there's a lot in this game. But honestly, the music discs are some of the best pieces of art within this game. And some of my favorites are Cat, Paste Step, and now that I think about it, what would be my third? I think I'd do Where Are You Now, but the newer ones are nice, of course, because I only listed one new one there. But it's just not the same vibe as the OGs, and you know, with the OG music disc, that like the music just hits different. And I believe the artist for the old music disc, his name is C418 or her. I don't know the identity behind the creator of one of my favorite pieces of art, sadly, but I'll research into it a little bit more because I do love the music discs, all of them, honestly, in this game. But moving past the music disc, the and getting to like the wind, the water sources, even falling in this game, like the ambience and the environmental sounds are just so immersive, and you know it makes me actually want to play the game more slowly, like walking a lot, planting saplings, eating, just all the noises in this game is so ambient and immersive that it's just relaxing. But I also do love to go mining, and while within caves, you have what's known as cave sounds, and while they're going off, to me, they create an eerie vibe, and I'm playing on a solo world, so like the eeriness comes from the fact that I know I'm alone. So when there's howling or like dripping sounds or footsteps, maybe even from mobs, like it just gives off like such a eerie and thrilling vibe, because I wouldn't consider this game in any aspect to be like horror with the sounds that they create. But there are some like thrilling sounds, like even the music discs, like none of them are like horror. But you know back to like talking about the wind, and that's honestly probably like my second. It's either two or three of my like favorite aspects to the sound in this game, because you'll catch me a lot while editing the video, where maybe not even in this video, but my past couple ones, I just let the wind play out sometimes because just it's actually just really peaceful. It sounds really nice, and like that to me is just like I'll get up like, and wake up and like get on this game just to listen to that and drink my coffee, just relax, and while doing some other things I won't speak on. But let me go ahead and get onto my my conclusion, because there's not too much more to go into about the sound. All right, so to wrap up this video, we're gonna go through some niche and small things I appreciate in this game. So, all right, obviously to start, cookies. Like, damn, they really got my favorite food in this game. But it sucks that they hardly fill any hunger bars and any of that shit. But it's always my first choice of food whenever I get the materials and ingredients for 'em. Like, I think I even have some jungle trees and cocoa beans, so I think I'm gonna start carrying them around a lot more. So I got y'all in the next video for sure. But I got some other stuff as well. And low key, okay, ooh. Also, being able to tame animals, and specifically horses and dogs, because with all the variants the horses have and the newer variants for dogs, like I could low key get one of each and make a new pack. And my highest pack I've had is like 9 in I think low key my last world before this one. But with horses, I don't really tame horses too often, but I always do get a white horse if I do. And that's what I'm planning on doing for this world, or at the very least like a cookies and cream shaded one, like black and white. But Okay, now let me be serious and move on from the niche stuff, and get to my conclusion. But I love pretty much all of the content within Minecraft, and with all the reasons as well that I listed being the biggest contributions to my overall opinion on this game. I honestly love the changes over the years to the base game, and I even look forward to the future ones as well. And especially with the vibrant visuals coming up next, like, man, all I can say is, like, I can't wait, low key. But that'll wrap up my rant. And I don't want to drag on for too long, but for those of y'all still watching, I hope y'all did enjoy the background gameplay of my Forever World and the editing as well, and that y'all also enjoyed the video as a whole. But if you did, then make sure to leave a like and for sure comment, because I do love interacting with the community that I'm trying to build around here, and every comment will get responded to. If I get to the point where I get 200 or something per video, like, I will respond to every single one. But yeah, see ya.